Hi guys, and welcome back to the Dufe channel. Today I am getting ready as it is my first day being 35 years old, and I gotta say that I'm very happy, very excited to be here with you guys. My throat has been like the whole roller coaster vibe. The last 2 days, Domel took me, he invited me with his friends to pretty much celebrate birthdays, and I had such a blast. It was such a beautiful and magnificent experience that I'm thankful for, Domel. Love you so much. It was such a, I don't know. It was amazing to meet other people from areas that we correlate and relate for a reason. His friends are Mexican, so it's just nice to talk to people who come and probably experience different things or similar things, and it's just like nice to have those type of connections. Then on my birthday, Duamel took me to the water park, which was pretty iconic. I had such a blast. We ended up having a funnel cake, which you guys know. I usually actually never made a funnel cake until I met Duamel. So I'm giving him a shout out. I'm gonna start with my foundation today. This is a no makeup look with a brightening under eye. So this is Bobbi Brown, and I'm gonna use this Bobbi Brown all over my face as a primer. I love this moisturizer as a primer. If you were to ask me, this is the perfect moisturizer for you, for on the go, if you're in a crunch, or if you just want great results on your skin preparation. Go with the Bobbi Brown today. I literally just walk out of the shower, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go and finish my body care, my sunscreen on my legs and my arms, and I'm gonna apply my deodorant. So that way I let this sink in for a minute, and then when I return back, you guys can see me with a primer being synced into my pores and my skin, because I really enjoy when it's like beautiful long wearing makeup, and this is the perfect partner for you if you want that. So I'll be back. I changed my t-shirt because I felt like the other one was a little worn out, and today I just want to have like a beautiful, relaxed, calm day. Today is the day when I say I am finally 35. Like yesterday was my birthday, and I'm forever thankful to share this platform with everybody who I have spent time with, and whether it was working, whether it was, friends, it was just colleagues, it was somebody who I just met. I just want to say thank you if you have somehow, some way, and we never touched base, but you helped me grow with your words of kindness. Because when it comes to talking to other people, I've always really enjoyed listening to people. I've always a lot of like growing from other people's perspective or point of view. I just feel like that's just me. That's just what I like. And to be quite frank, I have come to the age where I'm like, you know what, this is what I like. This is what I wanna bring, or get. I'm always telling Jamel also, like, and every time we go to see a movie, I always want to learn something from it. I always want to like be like, wow, okay, so I'm taking this positive and this negative, and I'm learning from this, and I'm applying it to my life, whether we're like successfully financial, or we're far like successfully well known. I think for me, what matters the most in this life is to be a great human being and strive for an honest connection with people and connect with people, because I feel like nowadays it's just so difficult to find real true friendships. Either there's always people who either want to use you and abuse you, and I'm talking based on my experiences. By the way, I'm gonna start my makeup with Giorgio Armani High Precision Brow Pencil, and this is on the shade number 1. This is on the OG formula. You guys know I used to wear this from like my times at Macy's, like self-reflection and growth, and or like it's a journey of like grief or whatever it is. Be positive and use your power and your energy and your time in into being and applying that into other people. Doesn't matter what religion you are, because at the end of the day, your religion will show through the actions that you take. And I've always been a firm believer of that, because I feel like people like to pretend to be like correct to what they feel entitled to sometimes when it comes to religion based. And I never really talk about this because it just like everybody has a different point of view. But when it comes to religion, I've always been a firm believer, and actions. Like if your actions don't match your words, then everything that you do in life is meaningless. Like I've met so many people in my family and the family of Tomel that like they praise something but they are something else. Like girl, like I'm not even gonna get started on negativity today, but I'm at that level of like life where I'm like, okay, well, I sort of feel like I'm ready to do this changes in my life that will benefit me. By the way, I'm gonna start the makeup, the actual painting with Multitask Superstar, and this is a concealer. I believe this is the shade red. I'm always having a hard time finding the shades. I think this says TMC 35, I think. That I've learned to be a different person, and that it's not only because it was naturally meant to be, but also because I think that in majority of the cases, like whenever I talk to somebody around my age that I grew up with, and somebody that I did not grow up that lived here in the United States, I feel like the experiences that we have when they want to grow and when they have like their mindset in like they are conscious about the experiences that they've had, I feel like that is the moment when you're like truly like, wow, like it we live so different, yet it's so, oh my gosh, like I can tell you right now that sometimes I'm appalled when I speak to people just in general, like whenever I talk to people at the gym, whenever I talk to people with my mail, or whenever we meet new people. It's always very nice. By the way, we met some friends of ours now. There's two girls that we met Six Flags the other day. Oh my gosh, it was hysterical. We had so much fun at the end. We were talking about life. We were talking about like our goals, like the beauty goals, where we want to see ourselves. Oh my goodness, shout out to them because we had so much of a fun time. And that was also like very nice. Like having those genuine connections, you're like, oh my gosh, like just like I want more of this in life, like it's so nurturing, it's so authentic that you just love it. Now I'm gonna use the foundation of House Labs. This is by Lady Gaga. And I gotta say that packaging is amazing. Foundation is very beautiful, but I've noticed that with this foundation, I have to be very, very well hydrated. Otherwise, it starts cracking up on me. So that's why you see me shaking it right now. So I think that that's when I get the most benefits on my skin. I am a more combo to dry skin, and sometimes in the times where the year is like very, very cold or very, very hot, 322. This is a kabuki brush. I don't know the name of the brand. The shade is very glorious. Like, oh, it's to die for, the shade. So we're just gonna start blending it, and I'm gonna start tapping it. One thing I'd like to say about this foundation in particular is that it's very good for hydration. Presentable, and you want to take like, you'll be like flawless but natural looking. You want to make sure that you take your time. You don't want it to be like, oh my gosh, this is not fitting, this is not working well. Like right now, I don't know if you guys can see it, but in here where it's blended is beautiful. In here that I haven't spent time blending it, you can see the demarcations right away, as opposed as like a Giorgio Armani that immediately sucks into your skin. For powders, I'm gonna use the Laura Mercier, and I'm also gonna use the Kimchi Chic and the shade Beach. I do have to admit that when we went this last time to DragCon, we bought a lot of kimchi, and I was impressed when I told you that I saw they have. If you want me to do a video on their powders, let me know because they have so many powders. I'm gonna use a Jacqueline Hill Morphe collection. This is in the brush JH07. I like this type of fluffy brushes to be used on particularly on the eye, or if you're brightening, or if you're just sitting lightly. Love them. So I'm just gonna reduce the excess, and I'm just gonna press this. I saw this technique yesterday and I was impressed. I was like, I have to try that. Like, I really do. So I'm doing the same thing that I did before, making sure that it's well like applied all around it. But I'm swirling the brush and I'm removing the excess, and I'm gonna apply the same thing here. Just to lightly pat it, just to create that slight film. And then once I have like an evenness, I apply it, and I do this. And I'm pushing the product that I applied with the brush deeper into my under eyes, and I'm sealing that on. So that way those like under eyes aren't like creasing and aren't looking like extreme. Cheeky Vegan Blush Powder by Huda Beauty, and this is in the shade Watermelon Blaze. So I'm gonna use this too. I'll blend it and not like sitting on top. Now I did 4 of them, and I'm gonna add 4 more. And I'm gonna remove the excess, and I'm gonna start adding it up more and more. And then now I'm gonna start building on this side too. Like, see, just little by little. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna do more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm gonna go ahead and start patting it right here on the cheeks. For my lips, I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty. This is on the shade Terracotta. Such a beautiful color. Very natural to my lips too. Powders, I like to use my Pro palette. Oh my gosh, can I tell you, if you're depotting products, use your depotting. Actually, today I have a new powder with me. I should be using that one. So for my powder, I'm gonna use a Snow. This is the pressed powder by NARS. And I'm gonna see how this works. Oh, I'm praying that it's amazing. Key to success, my brushes. My finishing brushes. I love my finishing brushes. So I'm gonna do this with that. And I'm just gonna use it as a brightener. Like how gorgeous this is gonna look. I know it. Just gonna add brightness right there. Just that brightness right there where I need it. White one of Charlotte Tilbury. This is the brightening powder. This is not the pressed powder. This is just like the brightener. So I'm gonna add it right there. And I'm gonna add this one right here. And so that way it collides both of them. I'm gonna start mixing the banana, and I'm gonna start adding it right here. So it doesn't mute that brightness that I still want from the white one. And I know it's gonna look crazy right now. Just trust the process. When I tell you trust the process, trust the process. Use the bronzer in number 2. Now this is airbrush. Like when you touch this, this is gorgeous. Like this builds up so beautifully onto your skin. And it's that bronzer that you want to have at all times, especially because like there's nothing alike. Like just gorgeous. The way it adds onto your skin, the way it wears, like it's such a beautiful product. I personally can care less for the liquid one. I know we have it, but it's so difficult for me to wear like creams and just like liquids. Like for my personal preference, I love this ones. So I'm adding a little bit more color. And now that I added color, I'm gonna blend and finish the blush application with the Giorgio Armani on the shade 50. And so this is gonna add a little bit of extra juice just to like make it natural. And because I still have residue of the bronzer, it's gonna like look very appealing to me, and it's gonna look like, oh, it looks snatch. So that's how it looks so far with light. My lashes, I'm gonna go ahead and just like curl them just a little bit. I feel like I need to curl them just a little bit, just so they can curl. Okay, now my lashes have been curled. And for the finish product, I'm gonna do the 37. This is a Chanel. I've been enjoying this lilac mascara, and it's such a beautiful shade. I really feel like this is an elegant touch of color, especially if you're not into wearing like a lot of colors that are like, oh, like this is such a strong color. I'm gonna marry the night.